Hi guys, and welcome back to CFOP Cubing. Today I'm going to be going over the notation for n by n cubes, so that's 2 by 2 cubes and up. So let's get started. So notation is just the moves that you do when you see letters. So the most common ones are up here. We've got R, L, U, D, and F and B. This side is R, this side is L, this side is U, this side is D, this side is F, and this side is B. R stands for right, L is left, U is up, D is down, F is front, and B is back. When you see one of those letters, you turn that side clockwise, so R would be moving this right side clockwise, but L would not be moving the side up just like we did for R, because moving it clockwise would actually be moving the left side down. If you see an apostrophe after the end of any of those, that means prime, and that means move that side counterclockwise. So this would be R prime, and this would be L prime, and so on. A 2 at the end of any of those letters means move that side twice, so R2, L2. And finally, we come to slice moves, M, E, and S. M is moving the middle layer here, like this. So M is moving it down, and M prime is moving it up. E moves are edge moves, and they move the, E is just moving this edge side like that, and E prime is moving it the other direction. S is moving this side clockwise, if you're looking at it from the front, and S prime is moving it the other direction. If you see a lowercase letter or that letter with a W after it, that is a wide move. A wide move is moving that layer and the middle layer with it in that direction. So a wide R move would be moving this side up like that, so that's R, and U wide move would be like that. Now we have cube rotations, which is X, Y, and Z. X is looking at the bottom like this, so we would just be looking at it like this. Now, when we say X, we're just going to look at the cube like that, and X prime is just looking at it like that, and X2 is rotating it twice. A Y move is just moving it like this, so Y would be moving it, so we're looking at the right side, and Y prime would be the other direction, and Y2 would be moving it twice. Z would be moving the cube like this, so moving it the whole cube clockwise, and Z prime the other direction, and again Z2 would be moving it twice. On big cubes, the wide moves still apply, so this would be R wide and R wide prime and R wide 2. If you have a number before that, that tells you how many layers to turn, so 3R wide would be moving these 3 layers up like that. 4R wide would be moving these 4 layers up, and so on. Prime and 2 work the same for that also, so if we had 4R prime 2, that would just be moving these 4 layers twice, and 4R wide prime would just be moving the 4 layers down. But if you just had, for instance, like 3R, that would, and without the wide, that would not move all 3 of these layers. It would just move the 3rd layer. For 4x4, a lowercase r, instead of moving these 2 layers, it would actually just be moving this 1 layer. So that would be the same as 2R or lowercase r, but an R wide move would be moving these 2 layers up. On big cubes, the regular notation still works. So this is R, this is L, and so on. 2 by 2 is the same without the slice moves or the wide moves. We just have R, U, R prime, and stuff like that. Now, real quick, one more thing I want to go over is parentheses. So you may see parentheses in an algorithm, not in a scramble. So parentheses, you can just put around in an algorithm to represent a trigger. So one trigger could be like a sledgehammer, so like this is a sledgehammer. So if there's a sledgehammer inside of an algorithm, there can be parentheses around it, just to show you that that's a trigger that you already know. Another use for parentheses is to do what's inside that parentheses multiple times. So for instance, if we were going to do a H for an algorithm, what we would do is we would do front, and then we would do this algorithm 3 times. And then we would undo that. So since that's 3 times, what you could do is you could put up right here, like I'm showing up here. You can have a 3 after the end of that algorithm just to show that you're going to do that 3 times and then move on. And to finish off the video, we can do a quick algorithm and a quick scramble. So the algorithm that we're going to be doing is called a sexy, and it's a move that's very common that we learned in the beginner method, and it goes like this. R, U, R prime, U prime, so it's R moving this side up, U is moving this side over, R prime is moving this side down, and U prime is moving this side over. Up in the top of the screen, I have a scramble. When you do scrambles, unless it tells you otherwise, you will be holding the white on top and the green facing you. So let's do it. So up there we have an R prime, which is moving this right side counterclockwise like that. And then we have a D, which is moving this bottom side down here clockwise. Then we have an F, which is moving this front side clockwise. Then we have an L, which is moving this left side clockwise. Then a B prime, which is moving this backside counterclockwise. Then we have a D2, which is moving this downside twice. Then we have an L2, which is moving this left side twice. A B prime, U prime, B2, L prime, R2, D2, R, F, R prime, U2, F prime, L prime, F2, R2, B, R2, D2, U. And that is the scramble. And that's about it. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. If you did, give this video a like. And if you haven't already subscribed, then go ahead and do that. It's the red button right below this video. If you have any questions, ask in the comments, and I will try to get back to you. See you in the next one.